Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. So this video we're going to talk about Lemillion. He's probably my favorite upperclassman in the show. He's definitely top 4 favorite characters for me in the entire series. If you don't know who Lemillion is, he is this guy with this. I don't remember what they actually called his quirk, and I also can't remember his name. Oh, how could he be your favorite character? I'm just bad with names. Anyways, he's not really in the series for very long either, but he was an assistant at Night Eye, which Night Eye is, All Might's sidekick for a little bit. But he's the top fighter, I guess, student in UA, and he's an adult, or not adult. He's third year, so he's the oldest person in the entire class, and he's the closest one to being a hero, and he fights people. And you can't really hit. I guess that makes sense why he fights people, because he wants to be a hero. But he uses his quirk where you can't really hit him, and he goes into this other dimension with that body part, and then he has to pull it out. But if he goes all the way in, he forgets that he's not there, or something like that. But his quirk isn't the greatest, and he had to really work at it for it to be really good. And he made his quirk good. That's how it became good, was because of him. And he did all this hard work and training and all this stuff to be good, and then he fought Overhaul, and to save the little girl and make sure she didn't lose her quirk, he got shot with the thing and lost his quirk for a while. And he has this he's always goofy and weird, and I really enjoy his character. I really enjoy his personality. I believe he wants to be a hero, but he's also smart and stuff, and he's also a good guy, and if he wears normal clothes, they fall off if he uses his quirk. So he wears his uniform. His uniform has his hair put in it. It has his DNA, and he needs his DNA to be useful. So there's that. And the fact that he was going to be the one who gets all for one for all for one, Deku's quirk. But All Might met Izuku before he met him, which is very interesting that, this could have been a very different story with a guy with a he would have been tenfold more strong, but would he have accepted the quirk? I don't know. I honestly don't know if he would. It would have been his character to take that quirk, to take the responsibility of that, to lead the future generations, which is probably what he's going to do anyways, because he is one of the better characters in the show. And I think it kind of diminishes his character just a little bit that, oh, I lost my quirk, oh, it's back. And hopefully the writer doesn't do what he does with every other character, like he did with Tenya. Because after the Stain arc, Tenya went to basically being a background character. With the thing with Tenya, he became a sideline character, and he was very, very important at the beginning of the series. And that seemed to change after the Stain arc, of course. And now he's relative a background character. He doesn't really do much in the series, and I feel that's going to happen to Lemillion, which I hope it doesn't, because he's a lot more interesting. Now, did it happen to everyone? No. Some characters got moved forward. Most of them got a spotlight for a thing, which they didn't have the spotlight in the beginning of the series, and then they became background characters, which, not everyone can be the main focus of the series. I grasp that concept, but, he's such an interesting and unique character, and he's so powerful in this verse that, I want to see him succeed. And I think he'd be probably one of the more popular characters in the entire series with other people. I think his heroing speaks for itself. I think his personality, his charmingness, his want to be great and want to be amazing, and his aspirations, which aren't I want to be number one, it's I want to save people, which is what a hero should want to do, is save people. And that's what he wants to do, is he wants to help people. He wants to do what the side of heroing that people want to do, that not everyone is. It's not the most glamorous thing in the world, is saving people, but he wants to save people. He wants to be on the spotlight. He wants to rescue people. He wants to do all this stuff. He wants to take care of people, and that is what a true hero should do. It shouldn't all be about money, fame, glory. It should be about the common man and how you can save them, and that is what he wants to do. And it was the first person he saved, he lost his powers, and he hasn't used them in a while. But he's still leaps and bounds better than a lot of people would be with this quirk, with his mindset of his helps him grasp for the future. And that's what he is doing. He's going for it. He is going to save 1 million people. I honestly believe that. Could he die before that? I don't think he would. Because if he would have died, I think he would have died on the overhaul part. Like, there was no point in, like, bringing him back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have his powers for so long. So to, like, bring him back after all of that is kind of disrespectful in my mind, in my head. Like, there isn't, that would just be like, why would you do this to me multiple times? Like, why would you bring me back and then leave and then bring me, like, that? You can't play loop-de-loop with people. Like, that's just not how, good writing should be. That's not how it should be in general. You shouldn't just, make somebody come back and forth and back and forth. I hate that shit. Fake out deaths are the worst thing in any medium. And that's saying something, because One Piece is my favorite thing, and there's a lot of fake out deaths in this, but it is, I think he can be useful with anybody, and I think that is another good quality of a good hero, is if you can team them up with anybody, and they're actually useful, and they're actually, like, relatively good for the series. If you can tag them up with anybody, and they can, produce good work. Because I don't think you could put Bakugo with anybody. Yes, he was put with Deku, and, they have bad chemistry, but, like, Bakugo is incredibly intelligent. Like, I'm not trying to discredit his intelligence, because he is one of the more intelligent people at UA. But, like, it is kind of sad that, he can't work well with everybody. I don't think that's true. Now, if you listen to his plans and do what he says he can, but if you try to think for your own and do your own thing, I don't think he'll listen, to be completely honest. But like Lemillion, I think he'd listen, take other people's plans into consideration, and do what needs to be done to get the thing done. Like recently in the anime where I'm at, he came back and he's fighting people. Because I'm on season 6, so he's fighting these Nomus, and he needed help. So what did he do? He called for help. He didn't sit there and, like, act like he could beat all these guys by himself. He knew that wasn't going to be possible, so he did what he thought was right and called for help, which is a good trait for anybody, even if you're not a hero. If you need help, just ask for it. Like, it's as simple as that. And that should be in real life and in anything you do. If you need help, ask for it. And that's what he was willing to do. He was willing to... Now, do I think he could have beaten some of them Nomu by himself? Probably, because that's just the kind of guy he is. Would he have gotten severely injured? Probably. Probably, because Nomu are no joke. They're ridiculously overpowered. And because they have like fucking 15 quirks. But everyone knows that this guy brings a smile to his face every time he brings a smile to my face every time he's on screen. He is inspirational, and, Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.